Hi there, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're taking a look at a recent auction purchase of a 1999 Toyota Aristo bought for a customer in Canada. This one here has 76,000 kilometers on it. It has the 2JZ twin-turbo engine, the only other car besides the Mark IV Supra to have this engine stock from the factory. This engine is in a number of other cars without the turbos, but this and the Supra are the only two with the turbos on it. And so the twin turbo setup puts out 280 horsepower if you believe Toyota, but really it's actually a little bit more than that. It's rear wheel drive, and it's a four-door sedan, and so it's kind of the cream of the crop of grand touring cars. I guess you wouldn't call it a grand touring car because it's a sedan, maybe a sports sedan. So it's a pretty reliable engine. You do have to worry a little bit about it leaking oil with the 2JZ. That's really the only problem that I've seen with them. Reliable, high power, excellent for tuning if you're into that, very smooth and nice if you're not into tuning. It's good. And although this car only came with an automatic transmission, they all came with the option to select your own gears with buttons on the steering wheel, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so I'll go over the auction inspection sheet in just a second. First off, I want to mention about the engine here. There is no leaking oil, but there's some oil runoff from somebody who spilled it when they were pouring the oil in there. 3000 VVTi two-way turbo, so variable valve timing. This is a Beams engine, even though people don't really recognize it as such. Beams being a technology Toyota used early on. I guess early on now. It seems sort of modern to me, but I'm getting old now. Okay, so no oil leaks in it. Coolant looks good. It is the Toyota red style, and the oil is good, nice and clean looking. Close this up. Pow! The vehicle is pretty dirty right now because it hasn't been washed, but since this one's going to Canada, it has to be washed as part of the import regulations. You can't have any Japanese soil on it, so it will get washed at the port, and we contract somebody at the port to do that for us. Okay, so here's the auction inspection sheet. It's a 1999 Aristo V300. The V300 is the twin turbo version. Vertex edition basically just means it comes with a badge here and a spoiler here, and then like almost all of them are Vertex, so it's really nothing special. 76,478 kilometers on there, automatic transmission. This one comes with a sunroof. It's nice to have the sunroof in there. Actually, this one comes with a nice package of options because you get the leather and the sunroof, and it has the better version of the climate control, and I'll show you once we get into it. Alloy wheels, power steering, power windows, ABS, leather seats, airbags. I'm not a huge fan of leather seats myself, but as far as leather seats go, these are some of the best ones. They're not squeaky, they're nice and soft, it's not low quality leather. In fact, it is better than some of the German cars that were made at the same time. Seat wear and rip. Wheels scratched, various scratches, dents, and repair marks. And then if you look at the body here, we have paint cracks on the front bumper, paint cracks on the back bumper, and then both sides have been repainted. We have a medium scratch right here and some medium scratches on the front. Windshield rock chip and interior dirty. Okay, so this is on the stock suspension, stock wheels. I love the look of these cars with big wheels. I think an 18 looks good on the chassis, but I think a 19 or a 20 is a good look on the Aristo. I like this subtle flare of the rear fender there. There are some on the front too, but they don't stand out as much. I like the quad taillights. It's kind of Mercedes-like. Or I guess it's Lexus-like, isn't it? I remember when these came out, I was thinking, Toyota's stealing the quad headlights from Mercedes. But nowadays, Lexus is, an equivalent car that's a Lexus is many times more expensive than a Mercedes because they hold together better than the Mercedes ones do. Okay, so we have some headlight fade on the tops of the headlights, like this section here. Standard grille. This one's got plates on it, but we're going to get rid of the plates when we deregister it. Here's the paint cracks there. And here, I see we have some flex cracks right here as well. Side panels are good. On the driver's side rear door, there's some extra wave, and I'll show you that. It's a little bit hard to notice until you're looking at it at the angle that you would want to look for wave. And so, typical looking at the car, you won't be able to notice anything, but if you get right down to it, like right at this angle, you'll see it. And so this kind of damage I don't worry about too much because almost nobody sees it and you would forget about it very easily. And then rear cracks, quite a few, but they're thin, right across here. I love the look of this car from the rear. I love the dual exhaust that's stock. I love the sound of these when they have a big exhaust because you don't get the same sound out of the Supra, which typically has a single exhaust. The dual exhaust, especially a loud one, is really nice. And it's quiet because you, like, I don't know what it is about this, but you get a nice quiet exhaust even with aftermarket exhaust most of the time. Although this car has stock exhaust. Just showing you the rips, not the rips, the scrapes on that wheel. And stock chrome wheels, kind of fun. It's got fake leather, not fake leather, it's a real leather here. This part here is fake leather, but it's just basically door card, but real leather inserts here. And then I was going to say it's fake wood here, but I really like this wood. I love the color of it and the design. It's nice. It's dual zone climate control with rear as well. So dual zone left and right. And then rear has its own vents here. There are some underneath the seats and then some here. Smells really nice. That's one thing that is good about the leather. It's that nice smell. Everything is high quality because when this car came out, Toyota was really pushing Lexus still. It was their second generation and they had an extremely strong first generation of cars from Lexus. And this is called the GS300 outside of Japan, but they never got the twin turbo engine in America. They only got the 1UZ 4-liter V8, and this is a better engine than that, even though the horsepower numbers are similar. This one has more horsepower, but is also a better and smoother engine. And I do love that engine. I'm not discounting it at all. So, leather seats here. Auction sheet says that there's a rip, but that's all that I could find. And then the level of wear is pretty reasonable, I would say, for a car that's more than 15 years old now. Okay, folding mirrors. And they do as they're told, so that's nice of them. Pop the trunk electronically. What's this? Ooh, a place for your change. Okay, steering wheel is in good shape. Kind of dated looking gauges, I think. Whee! Whoa, I'm going in! Just joking, I'm not. 76,532 kilometers on there. Steering wheel feels really nice and smooth. They tend to wear out on one side here because it's next to the window, but this one was probably parked inside and so no such wear. Down gear and up gear. There's a button on the other side. Shifter here. Seat heaters. I already went over all of this in another video. Hasn't been smoked in, I think. And smells nice inside. Aftermarket CD player. And this is what I'm talking about with the climate control section piece. Now typically this car, most of them, come with a touch screen here that you use for the AC and everything. This one here has its own AC panel. And that touch screen is very dated by today's standards. It, like, you press the button and then like a second later it flips to the next screen. It's actually not that bad, but it's a CRT style touch screen and it fades and it flickers and it's just like, come on, I want something better in my car. This one here, although it is the lower end, technically what they would consider the lower end when this car came out, it is the one that is less dated now, I would say. And it's probably easier to use than the touchscreen as well. JBL audio, you can see speaker up there. Nice big sunroof. Place for your glasses. Oh, yeah! I'm gonna put those on. But I'm gonna keep them in the car for whoever buys this car. Can have the cool glasses. You want the cool stuff? You got it, man. I'm gonna keep these on until the end of the video. Oh, I can't see their prescription. Oh, that's a shame. Whoever buys this car, unless you have the exact same prescription as this person, you're going to have an awkward time being cool with these glasses on. I don't know if I can handle it, but I'm gonna try. Okay, we got lots of power here. Pretty normal. I feel like I'm going to be sick. Whoa, this is weird. Okay, so the trunk in this is moving around. Whoa. Wait a second. Okay, I've taken the glasses and put them on my head, and now I can see. So huge, it's huge. It's a huge trunk. And then you get a full-size spare underneath here. And here's a funny thing. The front left tire is a 1999 tire, so it's the original tire, so it was probably a spare. So this wheel in here, although it has a tire on it that has tire pressure in it and can be used as a spare, was the original front left one, I believe. Tires on the car are an RE11. That's a big plus because those are expensive, high-performing tires, and people usually don't buy the most expensive tires unless they are cool brothers or sisters. And so usually if someone's willing to spend good money on the tires, they're willing to keep the car in good condition and maintain it properly as well. And so that's my theory for this one. Okay, and so this is going to be the end of the video. I'll end with you guys being as cool as I was. Here we go. There. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.